All right, so I'm going to start this off by, I'm already done repairing this thing, kind of, sort of. But before I complete my repairs, I'm looking for, this is old chain, I think. It's used. I don't want that. So anyway, so what happened yesterday is Theresa started having problems with this header just jamming up, damn pain in the ass. And it progressively got worse and worse and worse. So she went from a really productive day to a really shitty day. Well, what has happened is on this stub auger that goes into the inside here, the keyway got to woggling because it doesn't have a set screw in the middle to hold it in place. Which when I do get the new sprocket, I'm gonna drill it and tap it for a set screw and we'll Loctite it into the keyway. That whole thing is held on by just a couple of snap rings, you know, this snap ring right here and a couple of washers, but that doesn't thrill me. So what I ended up doing was, because it was so destroyed, I ended up welding 3 spots on the shaft, grinding them down to the point where I could hammer this sprocket back on here. And that's what I did. I hammered it on, hammered the sprocket back on there, and then I went around the shaft and the sprocket 3 times to, and it's hot still. Oh yeah, she'll burn you. Just to hold it. Now this is probably more holding power than the that stupid keyway. Anyway, so there you go. Such is life. That should work. We should be able to get back to work. The only problem I have is that I have completely worn out chains, because when that starts sliding and slipping, it started to skip and cause bigger issues. So that sprocket's junk. I got new ones on order, and we should have no problems getting back up and running with that. So what happens is, or how this whole machine operates, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. I think they should do it a little differently, but that's just me. I like the system. There's a couple of things that I don't like about the system that need to be improved upon. One thing is, this is the drive. Now these drive sprockets very rarely wear out, but they go down from here to here. This here goes to here, right? No, goes from here to here. This is the drive. And it drives the stub auger, and then it goes across to here, which drives the rotor, and then it goes the other side, which drives the rotor, then drives the other stub auger. So we've got all that power in a little number 60 chain. That should be 80. At the least, those should be 80. And you know, those 1 inch pitch over 3/4. So that I would change. If I was Krone, I would change that. But I'm not Krone. I mean, if you're driving multiple things off of one area, this sprocket in the back at the least should be 80 down to there. And then this sprocket here, because this is a double sprocket, they should both be 80 from here to here. And everything else can be 60 heavy, because everything else doesn't really take all the torque that does. But you know what, Krone, if you're watching, which I know you do, that is in need of improvement. And I know you guys are really good about improving. Just turn that over to an 80 pitch, or if you really want to fix it forever, make it a double chain, a double 80 chain, or a double 100 chain from here to here. And or whatever, the double 100, you know, to drive the thing. Something better than that, because that's dumb. Increase the size of that shaft to a 2-inch shaft, and this will not break. I know how you like reliability, and so do I. So that's the next plan for Krone. I've given you your homework. Now let's get going. I'm hoping that I've got that thing right where I need it to be. If not, it's going to be a problem, but I think I'm where I need to be. Anyways, there you go. I'm going to get to cutting chains. What is that, cockadoodle? What?
You want juice, Dad?
You want juice?
You're going to get your ass grilled.
Hey, babe, I want to demonstrate my best Andrew Cuomo impersonation.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready for
How
this?
is your best Andrew Cuomo impersonation?
And
That's Andrew Cuomo.
oh, this and
That's Andrew Cuomo's.
that's my best Andrew Cuomo impersonation. For all of you that thought that I would have it welded on there crooked, no worse than it was from the beginning. So what I'm going to do, I just dumped some 50 weight synthetic transmission oil on there, and I'm soaking up those chains. They're brand new chains, and they have a type of oil on them that I don't trust, so for the most part I'll soak them with oil. And then of course the greasing system, which is that right there. I am not a fan of Krohn's greasing system either, because there's a lot of that that I don't care for. And that grease just collects a shit ton of dirt, whereas the oiler systems, in my opinion, the oilers are way better. They lubricate better, they flush off dirt, like that's flushing dirt off. I just think that it's a better system. So with that shit being said, and that's it, I'm gonna go ahead and douse a little bit more oil in there. There's a bushing that needs to be oiled a little bit, and life will be good. We'll just go right back to work, and that will be that. So Theresa's good to go. She's good for another 60,000 bales. Not. And yes, we have surpassed 60K on this one. So I got this little stinker. Hey, what's your name? William what? William, okay, Edward. William Edward. All right, so I've been using the Max 2 Twine by Armando Alvarez here. As you can see, it is pumping itself flawlessly up through my baler, and that is the truth. I'm tying it into Titan 4550. That's what I have been using. I was a little bit worried that it was going to cause me an ass ache. That's why the Twine is still here. That is a 700 knot strength Twine. That stuff, you can really crank it down, and it's working great. Like, I'm not blowing up bales at all, which is great. You don't believe me? Here they are. I'm going to show you the knots. They're cut clean. Nothing weird. Well, a little weirdness right there, but that could be just the luck of the draw, because this is the one up there is fine. So yeah, I think it's just the luck of the draw. This is some really crappy looking hay too, by the way. This was done in a weed patch just to get it off the field. But anyway, yeah, it looks good. Armando Alvarez. I will be purchasing more of that next year. For sure. And my crazy agent, she's doing just fine. Where you put that? Let me help you there. Where to? Right here? change. Ball changes can be a real pain. So, fortunately for me, right here, right now, I'm just going to throw you up on there. I got to move or I'm going to lose my position. Top dog today. He's messing with my computer. I gotta wait till it's completely shut off, because if he tries a knot and I'm in there, it'll kill me. So you gotta wait. He's up there, the little turkey. Okay, so I'm safe now. He can't make the tractor go as long as, well, he can't push in on the clutch. That's the downfall to having a 3-year-old in your cab. Okay, that's all you do. Oh. See, they wiped it out. They wiped it out. They've moved on to the next field. Oh. Hopefully we can just... Okay. So that's okay. Now I gotta get my knot removed. There. Of course that went okay. The joys of a ball change. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I gotta go figure out what my little guy has done to my computer and get back to work. They were nice enough to allow me to finish my windrow. Yeah, oh, here we go.